First off, y'all better pray for me. I'm driving in a car while recording this. With that being said, I'm not the type to do clickbait, but according to Google, this fight's going down October 3rd this year. Now, I don't know how true this is. I haven't seen anybody report it, but whenever I typed it into the search, it came up October 3rd. So, I wonder if that's really going to be the fight date. Outside of that, what I wanted to say about is Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. You know, I'm sitting back, I listen to channels, and I've been listening, and again, to my subs who say that I flip-flop with Deontay Wilder, that I 180 with Deontay Wilder, that I hated Deontay Wilder, then I didn't hate him, then I hate him. I've never hated Deontay Wilder. My thing is always stay true and always stay down the middle. I've never felt he fought the hardest competition. I felt like he took the easy route. With that being said, prepare yourselves, subs. As I'm listening to all these other channels, I'm thinking to myself, you know, we just watched somebody else get beat from pillar to post all around the ring. Got destroyed, demolished, put down several times. Got the fight beat out of him, and that was Anthony Joshua. And what did he do in the rematch? He came back and totally schooled Andy Ruiz Jr. as Andy Ruiz Jr. could not catch him. He kept Andy Ruiz at bay, and Andy could never get in position to even throw punches that were worth anything. So with that being said, it is not out of the realm of possibilities that Tyson Fury takes Deontay Wilder lightly. That Tyson Fury makes a mistake and gets caught by a hitter quitter. It is a possibility. See, this is the thing about it. As hard as everybody's coming down on Deontay Wilder, as bad as everybody's making fun of Deontay Wilder, is the lack of skills that he showed in that ring in the Tyson Fury second rematch. Everyone's giving him zero chance. But here's my flip side to that. You can never give a power puncher a zero chance, because all they have to do is land cleanly and they put you away. Now, I do have questions about Deontay Wilder's power. Is it still there? Can he even hurt a Tyson Fury that comes in as big as he's going to come in? He might even come in even bigger. Fury might come in around 280 for the next fight just because he's so big and he carries the weight so well. So the thing about it is, in reality, weight matters. The more weight you put on, the more damage you can absorb. My $1 million question is, has Tyson Fury gotten so big that he can absorb the damage that Deontay Wilder throws at him? If he has, then again, we come back to the skill factor. Can Deontay Wilder beat Tyson Fury on skill alone? I say no. I say highly unlikely. But if Tyson Fury cannot truly absorb Deontay Wilder's punches, because here's the other thing too, on this flip side of the coin. Here's the other thing. What if everything Deontay Wilder's been saying is true? It's highly unlikely as it sounds. What if it is true? What if he did have a torn bicep going into that fight? What if the ring outfit really did weaken his legs? What if all these what ifs is actually reality and we were seeing a guy who was nowhere near 100%? See, that's why this third fight is interesting, because it's going to be the telltale on everything that's been said. Is it truthful or is it a lie? Because if Tyson Fury comes out here and beats him the same way or worse than he did in that second fight, then you know everything Deontay Wilder's been saying was just a shaved face. It wasn't true. And if Deontay Wilder comes out here and puts on a good performance, even if he loses but he goes all 12 rounds, then you could say that yes, in that second fight, there might have been some issues. However, if Deontay Wilder comes out and knocks out Tyson Fury, say within the first round by getting a punch landed, then I don't think that credits or discredits the second fight, because you don't really know, because it would end too abruptly. So pretty much what I'm saying is, if this fight goes on for several rounds and Deontay Wilder looks better than he did in the second fight, then 9 times out of 10, what he was saying was true. 9 times out of 10. Because he's not going to improve that much from the second to third fight, even though Corona has given them a good extension in time. You're still not going to improve that much to where you're going to make a fight that you got totally blitzed out competitive. You're just not. So if it's a competitive fight, then I would say that he has merit. Now, if he was injured, right, the biggest mistake Tyson Fury could ever make is thinking Deontay Wilder cannot hurt him. Because if he goes in there thinking that, because the media's hyped him up, and I shouldn't say hype him up because this is well due, it's just. Everything that he's getting is deserved. It's not hyped. It's true, it's honest, but again, I must say, if you start to buy into your own hype and you make mistakes or you don't train fully, like Andy Ruiz in the AJ2 fight, you don't train properly, you take them lightly, then if you get caught and you get put to sleep, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Just like with Deontay Wilder, I'm not saying that him being injured is the reason why he lost if he wins the third fight. What I'm saying is, if you step into the ring, it's your own fault if you lose. If you had a torn bicep, you got into that ring to fight, it's your fault you lost. Because it might have cost you money, but it would have saved you legacy to be like, look, I've got a torn bicep. We're going to refund the tickets, or we're going to postpone the fight. And everybody who's already bought tickets, just keep your tickets, come back, and then you pay their hotel and flight fees. Whatever's the cheapest route. But it saves your legacy from a loss. So when fighters get in there sick with fevers, flus, etc., it's their fault if they lose because of that. They could have caught it off. They didn't, so nobody's there to blame but that fighter. So I'm not trying to make excuses. But what I am saying is you cannot count anyone out that has devastating knockout power. The last thing anybody ever lose is strength and power. So you know somebody with Deontay Wilder, who's probably in his prime, you can't count him out because that power is not going anywhere. It's just not going to leave you. Not till you're old and done. And by then, you'll be too slow to land it anyways. So, again, I think this is an interesting fight because it's that $1 million question. Can Tyson Fury take Deontay Wilder's punch? In the second fight, he took it with ease. In the third fight, will he be able to take it? I don't know, because in the first fight, both times he actually got caught cleanly, he went down. And those were the only times he really got caught clean. So, I don't know. It's interesting to me because everyone knows, just like going into the first and second fight, that Tyson Fury is the much better boxer, the much skilled boxer. But on the flip side, again, everybody knows Deontay Wilder can knock people out. Now, I have questioned in the past, does he really have that great of knockout power? Because who was he knocking out? Well, when he almost knocked out Tyson Fury, you know, you could say that the power was real. But again, I must flip the coin back to the other side. You could also say that it was just because Tyson Fury wasn't used to being hit. It's been a long time since he's been hit. And when you haven't been hit in a long time, punches seem to hurt a lot worse than they do when you get used to absorbing them. So there's so many if factors in this fight that, to me personally, it's hard to say who will win. A smart man would definitely put his money on Tyson Fury. By my own account, I have Tyson Fury winning. I believe it's 17 out of the 19 rounds that they shared. The only 2 rounds out of the 19 rounds that I gave to Deontay Wilder was where he knocked Tyson Fury down in that first fight. So, again, I don't know how much you can improve in the short time that he has, less than a year. So, all I can hope for Deontay Wilder is he shut the fuck up, swallowed his pride, and listened, opened his ears, because that's the only chance he's going to have. With Tyson Fury, he just needs to not get cocky, not get overconfident, not take him lightly, still respect the power, and go in there and just do what he's already done in the first 2 fights. And he should come out victorious again. Again, a smart man will put his money on Tyson Fury, but I will flip the coin again and say, when somebody has God-given power, you can never count them out, because it only takes one clean shot to end it. And this is not MMA. You don't get a chance to get back up. Once you're down and that 10-second count starts, if you can't beat it, it's over. Even if by second 11 and 12, you're 100% recovered, it's too late. You've already lost. There's not a lot of time to come back. So he needs to fight smart. Outside of that, this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live. That's right. My round 2 live panel that's been postponed for 2 weeks is going to happen this Saturday at 2 p.m. I know I'm announcing it kind of late. Might not get as many people as I would like to be there like the first one, but I will say this. I am going to reach out to more other side channels. Channels that I know are pro Deontay Wilder, pro PBC. This stream is not really going to be center based on Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder per se. I'm going to bring up Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, which I haven't been talking about because I've been saving my thoughts for this live and seeing if other people agree, disagree, keep the conversation going. You know, I like debates. So if it turns into a debate, it will. Like always, nobody will over talk. I will moderate the fuck out of that shit and I will shut it down fast like the first one. Everybody, I don't care if you're long-winded, short-winded, you're going to get your whole train of thought out without nobody talking over you. And then that person's going to respond. And you're going to sit in the back seat, shut the fuck up while they finish their thought, then come back. Because when two people talk over each other, first off, people listening can't even decipher what's being said. Secondly, you ain't getting nowhere. Y'all are just talking over each other. Then it becomes into a who can talk louder than the other person match, and nobody solves anything. Thirdly, when I do bring this is not going to be about no beef. Like, I am so sick and fucking tired of the YouTube beef. I don't know what it is about boxing and content creators that do boxing, but for some reason, because when people talk about boxing, it automatically thinks they can fight. That's what they think, that they can fight. No, motherfucker, you're talking about boxing. That doesn't mean you can fight. If you were a lame in middle school, let's go back further. If you were a lame in kindergarten, a lame in elementary, a lame in middle school, a lame in high school, a lame in college if you went to it, and then just because you start getting subs on YouTube talking about fighting, you're still a fucking lame. It doesn't mean that you know how to fight. You have to fight to know how to fight. And if you don't have a history of fighting, then you don't know how to fight. I don't care if that history is as small as street fighting, amateur fighting, or as large as professional fighting. If you've never done that, then shut the fuck up. You just talking big over the net. That's why I don't support this beef shit. It's so funny to me how every motherfucker who talks about fighting thinks they can fight. But with that being said, there will be no beef stuff. What is said is left on the fucking table. And after the table is cleared, people go both ways and it doesn't continue on. That's how I look at it. You get it off your chest. If somebody jumps on the panel that you don't like, tell them you don't like, tell them that you don't like them and tell them why you don't like them and let them respond. Because maybe y'all just have it confused. Maybe you've heard some things that aren't true. Maybe y'all might agree on more than you thought you would, but you don't know unless you're man enough to face that person. So, again, I am going to reach out to more what I call the other side channels. What do you mean by that? Pro PBC channels. And I'm going to try to see if I can get some people who are, I don't want to say this side, because really, truthfully, people ask me recently in my emails that have been subs of mine for a long time, am I white TBC? Am I the YouTube boxing community? Am I with the UGC? Am I with all these other things? And I've had random people see that I had Ronald on my channel and thought I was LDBC. Here's the thing with me. I am nobody. I side with nobody. I say what I say and I ride alone. Yes, I talk to people and I conversate with people from all sides. Because you know what? If you stick to one side, then you'll never know if you're right or wrong. So I like listening to all opinions. Then I figure out which one I agree with the most. But I like to know both sides of an argument. And off of that, I base who I think is right, who is wrong, who is funny, and who is just straight foolish. And again, who is right. So I'm nobody. I don't support any group. I will never ride with any group. I will never tag with any group. But you may see me with those groups, talking to those groups, and possibly on those groups' panels. But just because you see me on a YouTube boxing community panel doesn't mean that's who I am. Just because you see me on an LDBC channel doesn't mean that's who I am. It just means I talk to different people. I like getting different perspectives. So I myself can grow, because there's always two sides to an argument, to a conversation, to life. So I like to know both sides going in. With that being said, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully this fight will be October 3rd, which is a Saturday. So it's already sounding good, because normally they're on Saturdays. And we'll see what happens.